I told my dying husband I was pregnant with his baby while I was carrying his brother's child, then I used his chemo fund for a gender reveal party his mom wasn't invited to. She was right. My husband was dying faster because of choices I'd made. Because I prioritized covering up my affair over his health. His brother appeared in the kitchen doorway. He'd heard everything. I'll do it, he said quietly. I'll tell him myself. No, his mother said firmly. We wait for the DNA test. I want proof before we destroy my son's last bit of happiness. And if the baby comes after he dies? She smiled that cold smile again. Then everyone at his funeral will learn exactly who you really are. Now I'm 7 months pregnant, my husband is getting sicker every day, and I'm trapped between his mother's threats and his brother's guilt. The baby's due in 2 months, and I know the moment she's born, my entire world is going to implode. How do I get out of this without losing everything I've worked for? My husband died last Tuesday. 3 days before the baby was born. I watched him take his last breath in that hospital bed while his mother held one hand and I held the other. His brother was standing by the window, crying quietly. The irony wasn't lost on me that the 3 people who loved him most were the same 3 people who had been lying to him for months. Take care of our daughter, were literally his last words to me. His eyes were so peaceful. He died believing he was leaving behind a piece of himself. I went into labor 6 hours later. The stress, maybe. Or just terrible timing. His mother stayed at the hospital while I delivered. She didn't say much, just sat in the corner of the delivery room with this look on her face. Like she was waiting for something. The baby came out healthy. 8 pounds, 2 ounces. And she looked exactly like her real father. Same dark hair, same nose, same chin. Anyone with eyes could see she wasn't my husband's child. His brother took one look at her and had to leave the room. She's beautiful, the nurse said, handing her to me. She has your husband's strong features. His mother finally spoke up. Actually, I think she looks more like her uncle. The nurse didn't catch it, but I felt my blood freeze. His mother just smiled that cold smile and left the room. I named her Emma. My husband had picked that name months ago during one of his good days. Emma Rose, he'd said. After your grandmother and my grandmother. Another lie I had to live with. The funeral was 2 days after I got discharged from the hospital. I sat in the front row holding Emma while person after person talked about what an amazing father my husband would have been. How excited he was about his daughter. How this baby was his greatest joy in his final months. His mother gave the eulogy. She talked about family, about truth, about how my husband valued honesty above everything else. She kept looking directly at me during the whole speech. He believed that family meant being there for each other, she said. Supporting each other. Being honest with each other, even when that honesty is painful. After the service, people kept coming up to me saying how much Emma looked like her daddy. How she had his eyes, his smile. Each comment felt like a knife. His brother couldn't even look at the baby. Every time someone handed her to him, he'd make an excuse and pass her to someone else. You okay? I asked him when we got back to the house after the burial. How can you ask me that? He whispered. We just buried my brother while everyone talked about how much his daughter looks like him. Keep your voice down. Why? He's dead. The lies don't protect him anymore. That night, his mother came by the house. I was feeding Emma when she walked into the kitchen without knocking. We need to talk, she said, sitting down across from me. About what? About when you're going to tell everyone the truth. There's no truth to tell. She pulled out her phone and showed me a photo. It was from the hospital.